congratulations to Bill Green into the induction of the Silver Circle. Bill was my 6 p.m. producer for many years when I was at KGO. This is actually the first time I've ever made eye contact with him. Because for the 10 years that I worked with him, when I sat directly in front of him, Bill would have his arm patch on, black arm patch, and he would just be typing. And then if you'd ask him a question, he'd bark some sort of an answer at you that really had the undercurrent of dumb shit to it. So you would be like, oh, okay, all right, I'll just get down there and do what I have to. But I will say that 15 years, I haven't been at KGO in 15 years, and there isn't a week that goes by that I'm doing the 6 o'clock news there that I think, where the hell is Bill Green? Bill Green would have taken care of this shit. Why isn't he here? Because he was the best producer of all time. All time. And here to introduce him, anchor by day, rocker by night, ABC7 anchorman Dan Ashley.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dan Ashley from ABC7 News, and it's so wonderful that you're all there today. My only regret is that I cannot be with you as I intended. Unfortunately, last couple of days, we had a family medical situation that's going to be okay, but it required our family's attention. So I'm sorry I could not be with you today. But I am delighted to be able to talk about my dear friends and colleagues and what they have contributed to this television station and, more importantly, to this industry. Bill Green is the first word that springs to my mind is journalist, and he is every bit of that. As a producer for ABC7 News for well over 20 years, he has just done it all in his career, and he certainly had a huge impact on us here at ABC7. I had the privilege of working with Bill as he produced our 6 o'clock news, and I anchored it for nearly 20 years. And I can tell you one of the things that I am always reminded of with Bill Green at the helm, and that is you were always under control. The newscast was always being well managed, and nothing was going to go wrong, or if it did, Bill was able to handle it. He was a stickler for time. I used to tease him a lot that, you know, we're not doing NASA missions. He would tell us 15 minutes into the newscast that we're running 5 seconds heavy. No kidding, we're 5 seconds heavy, so keep it tight. It's like, we're gonna be okay. But Bill was just a pro's pro, and he did such a wonderful job here for us. Just a first-class producer, first-class guy, first-class journalist, and it was a privilege for all of us here to work with Bill over many, many years, and we are thrilled to induct him into the Silver Circle. Watch this, a little bit more about Bill Green's remarkable career.
But on Fridays and Saturday nights, watch out. This place turns into what Police Chief Ray Shipley calls the entertainment capital of Humboldt County.
Bill got his start at KVIQ-TV in Eureka back in 1976, while still attending Humboldt State University. A chance meeting with the program director led to an internship, part-time work producing, and even anchoring.
Has Berman offered you any deals in return for your vote for him?
And later, a full-time reporting gig. His ability to turn a phrase and tell important stories was there from the start.
I could go on with this ridiculous verse, but the chances are good that the rhymes would get intolerably worse. But the story is serious. Don't take it in jest. Bill Green reporting for KVIQ News West.
From Native American fishing rights,
because this area is part of the Hoopa Reservation,
to violence in the community.
In 4 months, there have been 6 rapes in this neighborhood, generally surrounding Jefferson School.
Making just $700 a month, he asked for a raise, but it wasn't in the budget.
This is Action Newsbreak.
So in 1980, he left for KFSN-TV in Fresno, where he covered a wide range of stories, from the 1983 Coalinga earthquake to an anchor look-alike contest at a local high school.
I picked out my mom's wig and tried to work with it.
That's not your real hair?
No, it's not.
But it was behind the scenes as a producer where Bill had the biggest impact. And after 13 years in Fresno, where he met his wife and acquired 2 stepdaughters, it was time to move on.
KGO-TV, Channel 7, #1 in Northern California. This is Channel 7 News at 6.
In 1993, Bill joined KGO-TV in San Francisco, taking the helm of the station's flagship 6 p.m. newscast. He watched anchor teams change, big stories come and go, and led the Bay Area's most watched newscast for more than 20 years.
ABC7 News starts right now with live breaking news.
And that breaking news is happening in this very newsroom where we mark a major milestone.
And when he finally retired in 2015, it was the end of an era at ABC 7 News.
I will miss when you go like this in the editorial meetings, because that means Bill Green has a good idea, a good story idea, and we should probably do it.
You actually asked me a question which few producers at KRON ever asked me. And that was, you came over to me around mid-afternoon and said, tell me about your story, Vic. And I was like, what?
You've wanted to put a quality product on the air, how fiercely you fought, not just for your newscast, but the others as well. Well, probably mostly for your newscast.
You've turned from the guy in Fresno to the guy who was the anchor of this TV station, not just a piece of furniture in this newsroom, but you're one of the pillars, one of the supports. I don't know how you've done, none of us know how you've done this for as many years as you have.
Bill Green, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't know I was going to be first, but it's good to get this out of the way. I've written out my remarks because normally when I have something to say to an audience, I put it on a teleprompter and make Jessica or Dan read it. But I don't have that luxury here today. Throughout my career, I've been blessed with great luck and good timing. I got my first job after literally interrupting a conversation about finding news interns. But I wouldn't have been named to the Silver Circle today if I hadn't been surrounded by so many talented colleagues. Their work not only fills our newscast, but informs our community. So the first people I want to thank are the anchors, reporters, photographers, editors, engineers, and maybe a couple of managers who've made up for my weaknesses and made me look good over the years. When I first started in market number 184, we didn't have the luxury of having a crew. We were one-man bands, shooting and editing our own film. Yes, film. Going to videotape made life a little easier, except that we had to haul around 40 pounds of recording equipment. They said it would look good on our resumes and that we could specialize in reporting once we got to a bigger market. But now, 40-something years later, guess what? Reporters in market number 6 are shooting and editing their own stories. The equipment is more compact, and now they have a fancier title, multimedia journalists, but we have come full circle. I'm honored to be joining the Silver Circle today, and humbled to be among the legends of our business, many of whom are here in this room right now. Congratulations to the class of 20, 21, and 22. Thank you to the Board of Governors for selecting us. Thank you to Dan Ashley for his generous introduction, mostly fake news. And to Ken Miguel for producing the video. Special thanks to my family, my wife Judy for putting up with me, our daughter Amy for accepting me into the family 35 years ago, her husband Chris for joining the family a little more recently than that, and to our grandchildren Sam, Abby, and Mackenzie for inspiring me to be a better person. And thank you all for coming.